guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Janely. I'm a personal trainer, but I make videos on reviews, hauls, just a bunch of different things, so go check those out. Today's video is going to be a review on pre-workouts. I get not too many, but a few questions on what pre-workout I take or what I do for energy. I try to limit my pre-workout intake to only like my bigger lift days, so like legs or back. But over the past few months, I have started taking it more. Sometimes I will take it for every session just because I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, I just want to make PRs and I just want to lift extra fucking good, and I know that if I'm taking pre, like, it really does help. So I don't take any other source of caffeine throughout my day. I really do try to limit it. But that's not what this video is about. This video is just reviewing pre-workouts. So I've actually been on a quest to try different pre's for like the past 6 months, maybe a little more, and I've kept a few of the containers. I have 5 with me today. I'm going to be reviewing 2 more as well, but I'm just going to have to put the pictures of the containers on the screen because I can't find them. I think someone probably threw them out, and I don't blame them. So this is an OG, guys. I found it in my pantry when I was searching for the other 2 that I said someone must have thrown away. I think this one has been lost in there for a long time because there's still some pre in there. It's so gross. It's definitely going to get thrown out. But anyway, this is the first one I really ever took. Like, when I started to try to lift heavier, this is probably like at least a year old. So gross, I know. But what I remember from this pre, and again, it might be different because I hadn't ever taken pre at the time and I was not a fan of coffee or caffeine in general. So baby Janely was new to all this. But I do remember it tweaked me out a lot. It gave me a lot of tingles, like needle feelings all over my body, and it was like extreme. My heart rate was out of this world. I felt like I was gonna die the whole time, and it, like, to me, it wasn't worth the workout. I got pink lemonade, and then it's the 6-star pre-workout explosion by Muscle Tech. I forgot to say that. They sold it at Walmart for like 25 bucks, and it has 40 servings. It had like 10 bonus servings on this one. So it's a pretty good deal because I pay for like 40 for some of mine now. The next one I'm talking about is the one I don't have right now, but I'm trying to go in order from like the first ones I took to like the last ones. And this is the BPI ketogenic pre-workout. I tried lemonade and apple, and I was obsessed. I loved this pre-workout, and this is actually that pre-workout was actually the reason I started taking more pre, because I had finally found one that made my body feel okay. It did have 350 milligrams of caffeine, which is a lot, but it didn't tweak me out. And the macros on that, I think it had a few grams of fat because it was ketogenic, but I'm not sure. It was just great. It made me sweat so much during my workout, like a lot. I noticed the difference when I took it and when I didn't take it. It also just really made me go hard. It was intense, but it didn't make me feel like I was gonna die, and I really, really loved that one. I would totally go back to it now. I want to all the time, but I'm like on this journey to try new pre's, so I haven't been able to, but that is definitely what I recommend, especially if you don't like that tingling feeling, or you don't like to feel like you're on a complete trip. Like, it's a good pre. You can also do half a scoop if you're not wanting to get the full 350 milligrams of caffeine. So this is another BPI pre-workout. This is the 1MR Vortex. Now, this is back in the time when I was a BPI athlete. I don't know if you guys remember that, but yeah, I was not a fan of this. I think they marketed it so much. It was around the time when they came out with like the 1MR Beetroot, and then they came out with like 2 more versions of the 1MR or something like that. They were really focused on their pre at that time. And so I bought this one. Honestly, I liked the ketogenic one a lot more. Like I said, I would still use that one. This one, I didn't feel anything. It has 40 servings, which I did appreciate because it was like 35 bucks, I think, or 30. So for 40 servings, that's pretty decent. But I don't know. It just didn't give me that like feeling that pre-workout like should give you, or that like I want pre-workout to give me. But if you do like something a little more steady, but that gives you caffeine, like this is good. Next one is one that I don't have. That's the last one that I don't have, and that is the Outlift Pre. That one, I didn't like it all. Someone told me it was great, so I tried it. It has a bunch of caffeine. It really does. I forgot how much it has. Just like it's a big scoop. It's like this big, and then you can't like take it from your straight from your mouth. You have to put it in water because it fizzes up. So gross. It tastes like soda almost, but like a gross soda, like baking soda. like soda with baking soda in it. It's so nasty. And I got the watermelon flavor, I think, which I don't know what other flavors they had. Overall, the pre, like, it gave you energy and you felt that, but the crash was bad. Like, after I took that pre, I would go home and I'd just be like I'd still be going for a little and then I'd be like dead. Like, it was horrible. And if I deadlifted when I took the pre, like, it made you feel, you know how you're exhausted after deadlifts? That made you feel exhausted times 3, and it was not worth it. I think I paid like 40 bucks for it, and it was like 25 servings or something like that. It didn't like amp you up, it just gave you energy. So it's like, at that point, I'd rather take coffee. This next one really had me thinking it's candy. It's the ESP green apple flavor. Oh my gosh, I like to full scoop my pre's, like, just straight up in my mouth, but this one sometimes I would actually like eat it like candy because it tasted so good. Here's the little scooper. So you could do one of these, 2 of these, or 1 of the big ones, and then it tells you on the back how many servings and how much of what is in whatever you choose to use, which is nice because you can really control how much you're taking in. And you know, if you use a little one, it's 90 servings, 2 of the little ones 45, and the big one is 30. So it's really cool because it is a big bang for your buck. I think I paid 40 to 45 for this, but it's like, realistically, I did get a good amount of servings from it. I started off with like half of the small one because this is kind of like intense. Then I went to 2, and I actually worked my way up to the full scoop, surprisingly. The thing with this is it didn't give me that intense feeling. I think that's why I went up so high on my serving size, but it did give me energy. It doesn't give you a crash. Then again, I've noticed that that's a pattern with me, so I think it's just a certain type of pre or an ingredient that I haven't looked at yet and that I like to be in my pre's, if that makes sense. But overall, I would recommend that one for sure, especially if you're not into too much. Like, you can get 90 servings from that one thing. That's like 3 months worth of pre-workout, if not more, for like 40 to 45 bucks. Go for it. Next one is one I just finished, and I'm so thankful that I'm done with it. It is the Adrenaline Underground by Black Market. I don't like it. So I got the grape lime bricky or whatever, and I think that might have been a big part of the problem, but the flavor, guys, the flavor, oh my god. So I went to full, like, scoop it right in my mouth, dry. It was a big scoop too. So I put all this freaking powder in my mouth. I put water and it starts fizzing. Like, it fizzed in my mouth, it clumped in my throat. I almost freaking died, like, taking it because I was choking on this pre that was just like soda with baking soda in it. It was nasty. I threw it. But anyway, it only has 25 servings per container, and I paid like 40 bucks for this too, I think. I don't know. I just don't think it was worth it. Nice because it gives you a nice pump, and that's one thing that I really liked about it. It also did give me kind of that like intense, like, oh, I'm gonna work out feeling. Not fully to the extent that I love it at, but it was getting there, and then the energy it gave me was good. So overall, it was a good pre-workout. I wouldn't knock it completely off my list. I just don't think I would get it again. So this last one is Rex Pre. I guess it's been super popular. I had no idea. They just told me that at the supplement shop, and I don't know how I feel about it. It's only 20 servings per container, which is not that great, but I got it on like a bundle with some protein powder and like a shaker and stuff, so it was worth it. But if I was just buying the pre-workout, I think this would be like 35 to 40, which again, in my opinion, is not worth 20 servings. Like, that doesn't even cover me for a month. I got the rainbow candy flavor. I've had this 3 times now for my workout, and it is keto, so I've noticed it's been making me sweat, and that goes back to the BPI pre-workout that was keto and made me sweat. And yeah, I think this gives me somewhat of an intense feeling. Like, it starts getting me up there. It doesn't fully get to me like Psychotic did. I just think Psychotic like set the standard up way high now. But yeah, this is decent. I think I'm in love with Psychotic, and so I can't get it out of my head. But it is a good pre. It is intense. It has like 300 milligrams of caffeine, I think, and yeah, I like it. It gives you a pump. It makes me sweat. If I wasn't getting psychotic, I would definitely get Rex Pre, I'd say. So this is the end of the video now. I have definitely tried more pre-workouts here and there, but it's mainly just been like a scoop here, a scoop there, and not enough time to actually talk to you guys about a full review for the pre-workout itself. So I think this is good for now. If you guys have any questions on other pre's, still ask me, because maybe I have taken it like once or twice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you a ton for joining me. I love you guys oh so much, and I will see you in my next video.